So in this Fallout 76 video, I'm going to be covering the Something Sentimental side quest and the different responses that you might have missed from Earle Williams' daughter, Maggie Williams. If you find this enjoyable, consider leaving a like on the video sometime. The support is greatly appreciated. Anyways, to start this off, we can begin this side quest at Foundation by speaking with Maggie Williams. As you can see, she's located right here, and here's what she has to say when we first go to talk to her.
Hey there. The name's Maggie. I'm looking for someone to head into Monogah Mine for me. I'll pay for anything you can find about a man named Earle Williams. He was my pops. The mine's been closed up since before the war, but you look like the resourceful type. Think you can lend me a hand?
So as you heard, she needs some help figuring out information about her father, Earle Williams. But before we go ahead and help her out, let's go ahead and learn a bit more about all of this by saying, I need some more information first.
Fair enough. What do you want to know?
Let's go ahead and ask her, how did he end up in Monogah Mine?
He and some other townsfolk got some liquid courage one night and decided to go up to the mine. I knew that damn bourbon would be the end of him somehow. They kept going on about getting the last of what they could before that Deke Sykes from Hornwright Industrial closed up the mine. Well, that son of a bitch ended up blasting the entrance closed with everyone still inside.
So when we say that to her, we learn how Earle Williams met his fate in Monogah Mine. That's how he got trapped inside from Hornwright Industrial. Anyways, let's go ahead and say to her now, when did this happen?
This was back in January of '76, after Hornwright cleaned out everything that they could from the mine. So, I'm not delusional. I know he's dead. It's been over 20 years, and if the hunger didn't get him, then I'm sure the radiation did. I hope he didn't suffer too much.
So from that, we learned that it's been over 20 years since she's seen her father. Now let's go ahead and ask her, why didn't anyone try to get them out?
You don't think I tried? I clawed at the rubble until my hands bled, and they had to drag me away. They told me that my pops ran off and said the others left Monongah since there was no more work. I think it was some sort of cover-up. They either got paid off by the Hornwrights to keep quiet, or they didn't want to deal with the expenses of a rescue mission.
So yeah, a pretty crazy story. And when we agree to help her, the Something Sentimental side quest will start up. And as you can see in the top right, as an optional objective, we get talk with Maggie about ideas on how to get inside. And, well, here's what she has to say.
With all those horrible nukes dropping and destroying everything, you'd think one would land near Monogah Mine. I bet a powerful blast like that would knock the rubble out of the way so you could get inside.
So yeah, she suggests to nuke Monogah Mine, which is how we do chain react the in-game boss fight with Earle Williams called a colossal problem. However, in order to get Earle's pocket watch for Maggie, we're going to have the Something Sentimental side quest active. If we have that active, when we go to take out Earle Williams and escape the mine, we will be rewarded his pocket watch. As you can see, it says I got it not even a minute ago, and I just completed the colossal problem event by taking out Earle and escaping the mine. And on the back of this watch, if we go to inspect it, as you can see, it says love you pops, heart mags. So yeah, this watch was something extremely sentimental to him, just because of this engraving here on the back from his daughter. But yeah, anyways, once we have this and return to Maggie, here's what happens.
I saw a blast go down near Monongah. What'd you find?
So as you can see, we'll have these three dialogue options that we can choose from to say to her. Choosing any of these options will complete this side quest. And these options won't appear again with her unless we're on a character that hasn't done this specific quest and we're able to go through it again. Because these dialogue choices only appear after we get Earle's pocket watch and return to Maggie. We get these choices to choose how we want to end this side quest. For this time around, to start it off here, I'm going to say, I found the watch, but there was no sign of your father.
That's probably for the best. Guess he must have got buried somewhere in the mine then. I just hope he didn't suffer. Maybe he left it out in the hopes that I would find it one day. To be able to have a piece of him with me always. Thank you for doing this for me. I won't forget it.
So yeah, that's what she has to say over choosing that option. And of course, we don't keep Earle's pocket watch, as you can see in the top left. It states that it was removed because, we gave it to her. Also, she has unique kind of dialogue over this special dialogue option that we choose in the end, after we hear her response and go to talk to her again, she'll have something unique to say depending on the dialogue option that we choose. Here's what she says if we go to talk to her again after choosing the option not telling her about her father but giving her the pocket watch.
Seems like there's been more nukes near Monongah Mine. I wonder why people keep going down there.
So yeah, she's wondering why people keep nuking Monongah Mine and going down there. But little does she know, people continue going down there to fight her father, to get experience, loot, and to of course have some fun. But yeah, other than that bit of dialogue, it's the same as usual. Anyways, now let's go ahead and get into the next dialogue option, where we just be real with her and let her know what happened to her dad, and give her the pocket watch back. Let's see how she responds over this.
I saw a blast go down near Monongah. What'd you find?
Let's go ahead and see what she says when we tell her, I found the watch, but your father turned into a man-eating monster.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Pops didn't deserve that sort of fate. No one does. To think they had to resort to eating each other. All thanks to those damn Hornwrights. I'm glad you were able to put him to rest. He'll always be the man in this picture to me.
So yeah, that's what she says when we go with that dialogue option. She actually gets some closure over what happened to her father, and we give her his pocket watch for her to hold on to. Even though she now knows what happened to her dad, she'll always remember him as the man in the picture that she has. Pretty deep. Anyways, now here's the unique dialogue that she says when we go to talk to her again, after we give her the pocket watch and let her know about her dad, and hearing what she had to say. Here's what she says when we go to talk to her again.
Good thing that mine closed back up. Some things are better left buried.
So yeah, some different kind of dialogue this time around. She's glad the mine is closed back up, she mentions. And as you heard, she really doesn't like the Hornwrights. Actually, speaking of them, if you have Penelope Hornwright at Foundation and you go to speak to Maggie...
Good thing that mine closed back up. Some things are better left buried.
This dialogue option will be available. As you can see, we can say, you know Penny Hornwright is in Foundation, right? And here's how she responds to this.
Yeah, I know she's in town. I've been keeping an eye on her. Shame about her face. I guess the Hornwright's ugliness is finally showing up on the outside.
Yeah, she really doesn't like the Hornwrights. And that's mainly because of what happened to her father, unfortunately, and how they exploited her hometown, Monongah, as well as its mine for resources. I also checked to see if there was any kind of special dialogue we could say to Penelope Hornwright over Maggie or Earle Williams, but unfortunately, there wasn't. Anyways, now let's go with the lying option that requires charisma 8 and higher. Let's see what happens with choosing this dialogue option as the ending for the Something Sentimental side quest. As you can see, we can also say here at the end, I didn't find anything. Let's see what all happens if we choose this dialogue option.
Oh, well, I don't know what I expected anyway. I'm a damn fool, I guess. Anything he had must be gone now. Just like him. Thanks for trying, though. If you happen to go back and find anything, you know where I am.
So yeah, that's what she says over that option. And we also keep Earle's pocket watch. And here's what she says if we go to talk to her again.
If you ever happen to make your way down to Monongah Mine again, keep an eye out for me, will you?
She tells us to keep an eye out for her if we're ever back down in Monongah Mine. So that made me think that something out of the ordinary possibly could happen if I go back down to Monongah Mine after choosing the option to lie to her and keep Earle's pocket watch. But I figured out, after going through the process again, over nuking the mine and taking on Earle, once I went back to Maggie, she had nothing different to say.
Extra patrols over there.
If you ever happen to make your way down to Monongah Mine again, keep an eye out for me, will you?
As you heard, she still says the same thing, for us to keep an eye out for her if we're ever back down in Monongah Mine. Now, I will mention, there is a holotape that we can find down in the mine called A Father's Goodbye. Earle made this for Maggie. Check this out.
Hey, Mags. Listen, I know I messed up. I never should have came into this mine in the first place. A few supplies ain't worth all this. Don't you for 1 second start thinking that I left you on purpose. And don't be going and blaming yourself either. I can't be there for you anymore. but you're tough. And I know you'll be okay. Never forget your pops loves you more than anything.
Yeah, definitely a sad holotape. But yeah, we can actually give this to Maggie, and here's what she says when we do.
You really went looking around for more of my pop's stuff for me? Wow, that is so kind of you. Thank you for finding this for me.
So yeah, she definitely appreciates it. However, that won't stop her from telling you to keep an eye out for her still if we're ever back down in Monogah Mine.
Good luck. If you ever happen to make your way down to Monogah Mine again, keep an eye out for me, will you?
She definitely seems less concerned about Monogah Mine if we go with the other dialogue options by giving her the pocket watch. I did also notice that we aren't able to drop Earl's pocket watch or trade it. It is pretty pointless to go with the lying option, but if you really want to keep his pocket watch for some reason, you can. I did notice you can put it on display if that's something that might interest you, but when you put it in a display case, it doesn't appear. Oddly enough, you can see it on it though if you have it highlighted and you're moving it around or something. But if you're not moving it around, as you can see, it's like it's not even there. But it says it's on display. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, that is the outcome over choosing to lie to her, which I'm sure most players didn't choose that outcome. That's the reason why I decided to add it into this video. It is a way to keep Earl's pocket watch if you want, but really it's sentimental between them, so I don't know. It feels odd keeping it. But yeah, thanks to Custom Games, this video was possible. I was able to continue to go to the end of Something Sentimental and choose the 3 different dialogue options that we get to choose from. As you know, once you choose one of these, that's it. You're not able to go back to Maggie and choose one of these again. Unless you do what I did by playing a custom game where your progress doesn't actually save, so you're able to go into a new custom game and do the side quests again. Or you just might have another character that you're able to do it on that hasn't done it quite yet. But yeah, I'm going to be real, this did take a little while to compile together because I had to keep going down into the mine and taking on Earl and then checking what Maggie had to say. So yeah, it was pretty time consuming, but on that note, I do appreciate you guys taking the time watching and listening to this video. Really do appreciate it. I'm out of here though. Until next time, peace.